Hi, I'm Willie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And what we're going to take a look at in this video is the Grandstream GWN7002 router. And this one is different than the 7001 in the fact that it actually has two SFP cages and it has PoE in and PoE out. So if we take a look at the data sheet, we're going to see that a lot of the information here is the same up until you get to that GWN7003. So this is the GWN7002, but you can see it does have these two SFP ports, and I like how all the manufacturers are putting their logos on the SFP covers. That's pretty nifty. You got your power input, and then you've got your 4 Ethernet, and you've got PoE in, so you can power this with PoE. And then you have 2 PoE out. Now, if we look at the PDF here for that PoE input, so it takes 802.3 AF AT in, and then the out is passive 48 volts or 802.3 AF. So the included power adapter doesn't put out enough juice to power both of these ports, but you can get a different power adapter, and you can, if you power this with PoE, I suspect that we might be able to get that. I'm going to have to test that out, but we're going to actually use the GWN7002 in our next video, where we're going to build a network and we're going to pair it with that Grandstream switch that we've got. The other thing to know about this is that in the latest firmware on this device, the SFP ports now actually support 2.5 gig SFP modules. And Grandstream does have its own modules coming out. We're going to test, excuse me, we are going to test other Grandstream models with this. So let's get this plugged in and let's take a look at the interface. It should be the same. And but we should have different information on these SFP ports, and we'll upgrade the firmware real quick. All right, so I logged in. I got an automatic IP in the 192.168.80 range, and then the default password, don't forget, for these is on the bottom. So the very first thing that we're going to get here is a wizard. So we're just going to say quick configuration wizard. And we're going to walk through this. We're just going to name this WAN 1, and we're going to let it do what it wants. We're not going to do a WAN 2. So it is going to go ahead and configure here. And it says WAN 1 is not connected. So if we take a look and see which port is WAN 1, it has the SFP as WAN, and now it is changed also port 3 over to WAN. So it doesn't show that we're connected yet, because I wonder if this is WAN 2. Let's see. Yep, so it's showing that as WAN 2, but we didn't do a WAN 2. But let's see what's going on here. Connected, disconnected. So our firewall rules and everything by default must be set up for that WAN 1. So I'm going to turn off WAN 1, and I'm actually going to see if I can delete that. And then we're going to make this one WAN 1. And we'll see what happens. So this is a little bit different. And there it is. Now that we've changed that configuration, we are online. So the next thing I want to do is go down to maintenance, and I want to go to upgrade. And I'm going to change this to firmware.grandstream.com. And I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to say detect new version. And it should find that new firmware. So here it is. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade the firmware. And we'll be right back. Real quick, this is what the screen looks like after it has upgraded the firmware and is rebooting. So we are not going to power off, and we will be right back. All right, so we are rebooted. So we can take a look at that port info again. So you can see here, 2 SFP cages that are now 2.5 gig capable. We've got our WAN 1 set up as our PoE port. I am going to use SFPs when we connect these, but so they'll be set up as LANs and not WANs when we connect it to the switch. Here's our system info, so you can see we are on that latest firmware. Everything else on here is pretty much going to be the same. You've got some PoE configuration down here that you can set. You can set the priority, the output. But I don't think, as far as the software goes, what Grandstream is trying to do is they are trying to keep that, familiarity between the products, which is absolutely fantastic. So if you want to see the software features, you can go to the last video that I did. There is one other thing that they did add to this. Here's the really cool thing too. We can search up here, but they also put in a turn server. You can do turn, and you can see under external access, this is a beta feature. So we're going to be talking about turn and what it does for your network, what it's supposed to do. And if you're familiar with stun, there's stun and turn. I'm going to do a video talking about those and what they are. But if you got any questions about this router, the next video is going to be, we're going to put this together. We're going to do a full configuration with this and the Grandstream switch. So if you've got any questions about this router, let me know. I think that Grandstream is heading in some really awesome places. Competition in the marketplace is always good, is always welcome. The consumer usually wins. So I can't wait to see the features that are coming out in this, and make sure you're following us and Grandstream for any future announcements for bigger, faster, more powerful hardware routers that may be coming. So yeah, check this out. Let me know down in the comments if you've got any questions about this, and if you like this router and you like this content, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, comment, share. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok. Those links are down below, along with affiliate links. And if you need IT consulting, head on over to williehowe.com. There's a contact form right there on the front page. Fill that out, and someone will be in touch with you as soon as possible. Once again, I'm Willie. I am super excited for the next video that we're going to do building this network. If there are specific things you want to see, let me know down in the comments. If you've got questions about this, please reach out. Once again, I'm Willie. I want to thank you for being here. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.